Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. We recently did a video with Anna when she was in the studio showing Peter's approach to doing high key, and this is going to be similar to that, but this is how he gets a more contrasty look into it, make it a little bit more edgy. So the background area over here, that's going to be the same, but he's going to change it up and it's going to make it a little bit more contrasty. And yeah, he'll show you different looks you can get with it.
So this is just following on from another shoot I did with Anna, which is high key, and I want to add more contrast. So if you want to see that video, there'll be a link up now. You can click through to it or at the end. But for the people who don't want it very quickly, I have a single bare bulb sitting in this V flat and a bare bulb sitting in that V flat, and I've slowly turned them up to get a very even light on the back wall. Now, on my previous video, I was using a big softbox. I'm going to wheel that out. And I'm going to replace this with just a Pro Photo with a bare bulb. I'm just guesstimating, I've put on 5 because that's where you start all lights at 5. And I'm going to swing it around, and I'm going to try a few different things, but I think this will be, I just want that pretty much just in the center. And I'll play with my height because the height will change my shadow, and I can play with the head tilt because that will change the bounce light to the fill light. So I might just start there. Now just double check it's all firing. So everything fired. I will grab Anna in now. Cool. So I can see I'm not quite lined up properly with this light. So I'm just gonna, and you'll see why in a minute, why I'm being a little bit fussy to start with. I just want it pretty much in line with my camera. It means the shadow will be dropping on her directly below her chin. I know my background's right because I set that up before, but now I'm just gonna get the front light right on Anna. So there's our first shot, and yeah, she's a fair way under. Let's pump this up. So I've gone from 5 to 7. That's coming up. I'm just going to keep going until I get an overexposure on her. So I'll just go up to 8. Now at the moment, I've got my overexposure turned off because you'll see that my background is already, but that's all sitting up around about the 245 and things like that. Although this has bled onto it a little bit, but she's wearing black, so I'm not as worried. So let's see what we get now. Well, it's right on the edge of overexposing, just on her head. So I'm just going to take a tiny bit off that. And I'm thinking her color's not quite right, so I'll quickly get her just up close to your face. Few swatches, I just jump in there, and yes, there's a lot of blue in that picture, so let's just pull that back out. You'll see, yeah, the difference is massive. All right, so, and that's also put her overexposed even more, so turn that light down. I'll take it down about a third of a stop, and that's fine. So we'll see that little bit of shiny in there. We need to fix that with powder because that's going to overcook way before the rest of it overcooks. So we've got translucent powder we use on that. So I'll just take another shot so you can see the difference that translucent powder makes. So you'll see the difference that does. It doesn't destroy their makeup before, but it takes that shine off. Okay, now that I've got Anna lit properly, it's now a matter of where I want these shadows. So at the moment, the shadows are hanging just below, which gives me a nice look. I might turn off the overexposure warning so you can see more how this looks. If I'm just going to do a little bit like what I did on the previous picture, so I'm going to lock in my blacks, lock in my whites, and just pull up my mids a little bit to get a bit of punch. I might bring that black in a bit. Get a bit more contrast, add a little bit of contrast in here. I've added about 8 again, but you'll see it sort of oranges. Contrast tends to orange off skin, so I'm just going to pull out about 8 in saturation, and that sort of keeps it even. If we compare our pictures from that picture to that picture, you'll see that we've got a very, very soft shadow from the big octabox. Now we've got a much sharper shadow from the small light, which really suits for edgy style of fashion if I wanted to push this even more, and especially if I want to push this more black and white. I could now change this shadow a little bit, so just so you can see the difference, if I just raise this light, you'll see that shadow just dropped further, and if anything, I'm liking that even better. I'm liking the deeper shadow. Now, one thing I do a lot when I'm shooting with sun is try and get an off-center shadow. So I'm going to pull this off-center, which is going to lower the power a little bit. I've put about a third more in. I'll turn my overexposure warning on to make sure I don't cook Anna any more. And you'll see how we've now got the shadow sits uneven to her. And I actually really like that look. I can most likely take that a step further. And yes, nothing's gone off on Anna. So by making this a little bit further away, we'll get an edgier type of light. And I might just again, just up that a tiny bit. So I've gone up another 2/10. And you see how we're now getting a fall off on one side more than the other? You'll see the difference between these two pictures. You'll see that this has got more edge to it. So it's giving me more edge in the shot. Let's see how much room I have. So I've got a bit more room, and if anything, I do want to push this a little bit harder. So let's lift this light even more. So I've gone back up to 8 again. So it's another 2/10 of a stop. Yeah, cool, I like that. I like the effect that's done. I'm gonna do a few on this and then I'm gonna make it even more contrasty again. So let's get rid of the overexposure warning so you see what the picture looks more like. Cool, nice. Cool, I like that. It's really pretty. Cool. That's really nice. Did you need the fan? We can try. Happy with that? All right, so this is one of the outfits Anna had ordered in for her European tour. Cool. So now I want you to wear it that way with that edginess. Not so much edgy in your face, edgy in your body and your shapes. Cool. Cool. That's really cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Cool. That's really pretty. Cool. So now we've got Anna moving a bit better. We've got some wind that's going to keep her happy. The colour's killing me, so we need to fix this colour problem. So I'm just going to drop it down. Well, that's looking cool. Now I can lift my contrast some more and really get a nice contrasty, edgy shot. That's looking really cool. Mids. With having my highlight pinned, it means I can move my mids a fair way. I don't think any of that's going to do any good. Well, it puts a bit of edge in there. I don't know what it did to my overexposure though. I don't know, kept Anna fine. I don't like what it did on her knees though, so I'll take that back off. I think it's cool as is. Of course, all the rest is going to get cleaned out. It's just going to be a really stark high key shot. I might take another step with this shadow and even take it further. So I'm bringing this light further across, but I'm turning it back. Is that pointed at your head? It's about right there. So by me taking the light further that way, the light's going to be cutting across Anna a lot more. And you'll see how much more cut we've got into her jaw here. You'll see the shading down this side of her legs and her arm and everything. I really like that. I might even take it a step further. Let's try it. I'll lift it up just a touch further too. And you'll see each time I take a shot, that's even given her much more cut. Look at the shadow. I lift it a bit higher so it's got darker. So this is giving you really edginess to this picture. If I drop this on, I can see how much I've got a lot of room to punch up. So because I've moved over that far, I've dropped my power on Anna a bit, which I can always do in post, but I prefer to do it, have it a bit closer. So I've just come up another third of a stop. Cool. That's better. So I'm getting that cut and I'm getting the light coming in here. Cool, let's turn that off so we can actually see the real picture. That's cool. Nice. Cool. That's really cool. That's cool, that's really cool. Cool, I like that, cool, awesome. That's really cool, I like that. Nice. Cool. 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 Now, just as I did in the previous video, we can shoot this different ways. So I can come in now. Basically, the light's going to stay the same no matter where I go. If I come in here, we're just going to have a really cool upper body, sort of cool. Nice. That's cool. And then I can come in and do, like, I can do the closer up headshots. That's beautiful, really eyes. Finish it with eyes. Cool, I like that, cool. And if I wanted to quickly change my background, just come out here a fraction further. That's it, cool. Just go backwards a bit, that way a tiny bit. That's it, perfect, perfect. Cool, cool. Hopefully she's still getting plenty of light on her. You can see very quickly, just by moving her, I've got enough light going in there. That's nice there, just there, hold that, Cool. And I can do that sort of half black and half white type of look. Cool. Cool, just run part backgrounds black, part backgrounds white, just by getting her to stand there. Just coming back across this way a little bit. Yeah, it can work to me again. Just in there, yeah, it's cool, I like that. Cool. Cool. We'll get a little bit more. Yeah, that's nice, I like that. Cool, awesome, awesome. Cool. Not sure if we've got a hero shot left yet, so I'm just going to make her work really, really hard. Right, 10 frames, I need killer hero shot. Like your next album cover has to be that good. Cool. Cool, I like that, I like that. Cool, I like that a lot, cool. Body language, so you feel the pose. Cool, I like that. Nice. I'm certain we got something in this.
So we hope you guys enjoyed that. If you didn't get a chance to see that previous video, I will pop it up on the screen now. And yeah.